All right, we are going to wrap up with head coach Seb Hines. Seb, first of all, congratulations. Obviously, it's been a long road to get here, but how does it feel knowing that you're going to the NWSL Championship?
It's great. I take a deep breath now, but it's great. You know, you put all the hard work and effort into it, obviously in the regular season. A 26-game group stage to then get into a 3-game tournament. So we've done 2 of it, and there's 1 more to go. So obviously the spirits are really high right now, and we're ready to go on Saturday.
Awesome.
Seb, you knew this was going to be a very back-and-forth game. Did Kansas City kind of surprise you in the way they came out? You kind of said earlier in the week you thought they might try and sit back and counter. They pressed you a little bit higher than maybe you anticipated?
No, they sat back, waited for transition moments, and they're very good at it. They've built that in the last probably second half of the season. Get their threatening players running in behind, but I thought in moments we were really good. We played, the first goal was brilliant, playing through the middle to then get out wide. Ali Watt, dribbling, driving, great cross, and McCutcheon scores a goal, and, she's 2-2 right now, so it's not bad for a holding midfielder. But, what an effort from the players. I can't speak highly enough of them. They've put so much work and effort, and they really wanted this tonight, in front of our home fans. And their hunger and desire, and Marty's goal is incredible. Like it is so incredible, and so we're just pleased we're on that flight to Kansas.
We'll go Alex, Dino, Darren.
Seb, following up on that Marta goal, we're not supposed to cheer in the press box, but it got pretty rowdy up there when she scored. Just from your perspective, ground level, just how, where does that rank with some of the goals you've seen?
Oh, it's up there. It's up there. I can just remember the moment where she's just chopping and chopping again and another chop and then passes it into the goal. There's not many players that can do that, and she's worked so hard to for this point, and so it's just incredible to see that and continue to show her class and quality all this year.
Dino, Darren.
Congrats, Coach. You mentioned these 2 players already, Haley McCutcheon, who's now scored back-to-back, Ali Watt, assist machine over the last 2 as well. Did you do anything special to unlock those 2 players, or anything you can say about those 2 players specifically today?
I think, we've spoken about Ali all season long, and she has stuff that is very difficult to teach, and that's obviously her speed, and just simplifying her game, going at players, slowing down to then using her speed, and then it's that last final part, that execution of the cross, put it in a dangerous area, and you can see her game grow, especially this back end of the season, and she's been phenomenal, and she knows there's a lot of quality just behind her as well, and so it keeps everyone on their toes. They know that they need to perform when they get that opportunity, and so you've seen that with Ali's game. Haley's grown in that midfield role. We brought her in to be a fullback, and circumstances have made her go into midfield, and she's starting to get higher up the field, especially with, when Marty's dropping down. It allows one of the midfielders to go a bit higher, and she's very committed, and when Ali gets that ball, she commits to a run, and she gets a reward by putting it in the back of the net, and they're just 2 examples of this team, and so we want to continue to grow and get the most out of all our players.
Darren, then Steph.
Seb, this franchise, you know the history. You've experienced a lot of the history. Just the last 2.5 years, what you've been able to do, and for this team to earn a chance to play for a championship, what does that mean to you? How'd you do it? I mean, this is uncharted territory.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the buy-in. You got to make sure you've got a good foundation, good culture, good players, good ownership who back you as well. So all of it has to come together, and you can see when you have all those pieces what you can achieve. And so, yeah, I think first of all, winning the Shield this year is amazing. But again, this is America, and you have to go out and win the championship. And so that's been our mindsets ever since we won the Shield, being the number 1 team, and then winning back-to-back games, using the home field advantage as well. Really important, making sure that we've got the fans backing us, and they were phenomenal tonight. They were brilliant. They really helped us get this game over the line. And so when you've got everything in place, you can see what you can achieve. And so, yeah, that's where we are. We're on the flight to the championship game.
You mentioned the home field advantage reminder, finished undefeated at home officially now.
Oh,
So
yeah, that as well. That helps.
we'll go to Steph, then we're going to go to the Zoom to Jeff Kassouf.
Coach, you mentioned KC sitting back, but it seemed like you guys were also willing at times to be quite patient, to sit a little lower if you needed to, obviously respecting Tim was showing his abilities. Just wondering what you saw from your team that you liked about their ability to stay, disciplined in those moments and not panic, and then obviously pick your own moments to create, especially in the second half.
Yeah, it's difficult. Obviously, you're playing a quality team, and KC are in a great run of form coming into this game, not conceding too many goals, scoring goals, and you've got the top goal scorer as well that you need to manage. And so, yeah, you like to be a little bit higher, you like to put more pressure, and I thought there was moments where we did do that and forced turnovers and looked to counter quickly. But also there's moments where you have to be a little bit more conservative because of the strengths that the opponent has. And so I thought we managed it really well. I thought collectively, defensively, we were really good. Obviously, the first goal is disappointing, and you got to hold your hands up. Sometimes it's quality from the opponent. The second goal is obviously disappointing because you never want to give away penalties, especially late on in the game. But you can see the belief in this team. Even when they're going 1-0 down, they want to continue to get it back into the game and then get the second and the third. And we did something that a lot of teams haven't done: is score 3 goals against a good KC team. And so, yeah, I think it's almost a little bit of risk reward and what's risky and what's rewarding. And so, yeah, I thought the game plan was brilliant. They executed it really well tonight.
We're going to go to Jeff Kassouf on the Zoom, and then we'll come back to the room for the final ones.
Seb, thanks for taking time. Just looking to Saturday, top 2 teams advancing to the final, and an opponent that you know well, one that you all beat for the Shield, and had some absences that day too. Just what are your early expectations from that game?
I honestly, I'm still soaking it in right now, so we'll probably just enjoy this moment right now and start thinking about Washington. Like you said, it's the top 2 teams in the league, which doesn't happen often in the championship game. And I think both teams deserve to be in this championship game because it's the most consistent teams throughout the season. And so, yeah, we're just going to enjoy this moment right now, and then we'll be focused on Washington probably tomorrow.
Thanks, Seb.
Wrap up, we'll go Luis and then Shane to wrap up. Or just Luis.
Hi, Seb. Congrats on this massive result. I wanted to ask you, do you feel that maybe Kansas played a little bit overly physical in the second half? And what was said in the huddle, especially after the first half? Thank you.
You expect it, right? It's, again, 2 teams who want to be in the final. Their incentive is obviously they want to be the home team going into the championship game. But we matched them. We matched their physicality. There was some calls that are obviously disappointing. I'm not going to go into that, but I think, yeah, it's a competitive game, and if both teams want it so badly, there is going to be those moments within the game, and so I think we managed that really well. I think we managed our emotions. I think we played the game, not the occasion, and. Yeah, we got our rewards for it, obviously, by winning the game in the 90th minute, in 90 minutes, rather than going to extra time and penalties.